Maybe just starting by taking in a deep breath. Inhaling deep and exhaling long. And just once again, maybe inhaling deep and filling up that belly full of air, kind of like a balloon. And then exhaling long, longer than the inhale. And just allowing all that air to kind of exit the body to go out into the world. Well, let's do that one more time. Last time. Inhaling deep and exhaling long. And as you do that, maybe allowing the shoulders to drop, allowing the jaw to release. Tuning into your body, noticing if there is any tension anywhere that might want to let go. And if it feels right for you to let go of any tension right now, just allowing for that to happen. So checking in with your body, noticing any tightness, noticing any tension anywhere. Moving and adjusting in any way you need to. And welcoming yourself to this moment. Welcoming everybody to this moment. So maybe as you sit or lie down or stand here, tuning into everybody that's here without looking but deep in your heart and just checking in with your heart and noticing how it is right now. And allowing for this shared moment with everybody to just come into your life right now. Connecting to one another with the mind, connecting to one another with the heart. And allowing for this moment to bring the recognition that we're all in this together. Then allowing for the body to just release any tightness, release any tension. This is your moment. This is your time. And you'll make it to be whatever you want it to be. And so allowing the body to just really gently and fully support it, sink into the surface that's holding you. Allowing it to just drop in here. Allowing the earth to embrace you, to hold you here in place. Exploring our theme of trust. Trusting that you won't float away. And gravity will keep you here in place. Trusting that the body will respond on command as you sit here or lie here. And tuning into whatever it is that is here right now for you. Whatever the moment might have brought. Maybe there's thinking, maybe there's feeling in the heart, noticing if the heart is open or is it closed. And there's nothing to do. There's nothing to change. Everything is welcome. Welcoming your entire self exactly as it is. And just for this moment, seeing if you can leave the to-do list outside, seeing if you can leave anything else that might be lingering in here to just check out, leaving it in the background. It's okay for it to stay, but it could just be in the background. And I like that commentary. When you watch sports, they just plays in the background. And you can always choose to bring your attention to this body. Kindly and gently. Understanding that this could be a task. Understanding that this could be sometimes not so easy. So noticing this body here. If your feet are in contact with the ground, maybe feeling your feet on the ground. Noticing those areas that are making contact with the surface holding you. And instead of imagining or thinking about this, tuning into the sense feeling, the sensory experience of the body. Maybe there's warmth in these areas. Maybe there's coolness. Maybe there's pressure or numbness. And whatever it is, we can just allow it to stay here. Becoming curious about it, noticing, tuning in. And as you sit here, you can acknowledge to yourself that you're sitting here fully trusting in the space you're in, Trusting in this body sitting here and not floating away, allowing gravity to keep it in place. Trusting that you might be able to hear or see. There's already so much that you trust. And as you tune into your breath, trusting that you're breathing. And so seeing if you can now allow your attention to just rest here on your breathing. What we're doing is noticing the breath. Feeling the breath in the body. You notice the need to control the breath or change the breath in any way. Just noticing that there is a sense of wanting to change or control. And then coming back to just observing and experiencing the breath in the body. Whenever you notice yourself getting caught in a story, the mind getting distracted, very kindly and warmly just bringing your attention right back to the breath, the body breathing, the sensation of the breath. Maybe the rising of the body on the in breath and the falling on the out breath. Riding the wave of the breath here. Tuning into your inner capacity to trust that you're breathing. And how, as you go about your day, you're never worried that this might stop, because it doesn't. The body breathes all on its own without any help. And whether our lungs are maybe not the same capacity, whether our breath might be fainter for some and deeper for others, it doesn't matter. You're still breathing, you're still here. And there's a sense of trust on that. And so just observing the body do this incredible thing that takes no effort from you. And now becoming familiar with how the body feels when you trust. Maybe relaxed, maybe at ease. Maybe the breath flows slower, deeper. And just for a moment, noticing, how does the body feel right now in this moment as you trust the moment? As you trust my guidance, even as you trust everybody that's here with you. All of us connected here through the breath, no matter where we are. allowing for this sense of ease to just stay here with you, tuning into it. A moment of trust. Trusting that everything would unfold exactly as it needs to. Noticing how all sense of clinging for things to be one way or another kind of fades away when you trust. There is no clinging to an outcome. There's no wanting things to be a certain way. Trusting the process. And trusting yourself means that you know that you have everything it takes to make it through any challenges that life might present. And it goes way beyond thinking or feeling. It is a deep connection with the body to allow it to guide you. Connecting to that gut feeling, your intuition. It is the mind that gets on the way. always trying to also protect you. Your gut feeling will be able to guide you, feeling at ease as you feel right now. You're now tapping into your inner child imagination and remembering maybe a time, maybe in the past, when you have made a decision based on your gut feeling. Maybe you left the house and returned only to know that the stove was on. Maybe you waited after the light turned green only to know that somebody ran the red light and could have hit you. So remembering a time when your gut feeling guided you, when you allowed it to guide you and you listened to it. The gut feeling is that inner intuition that we all have. Sometimes it could be the sweaty palms or the just not feeling right when something is not right. And it goes much, much deeper than an emotion. It is a deep knowing. So whether it is for you sweaty palms, a weird sensation in the belly, or something saying that something is not right here, this is a natural function of the brain. And this is what research calls the dopamine neurons that constantly scan our surroundings and are responsible for all these physical sensations to keep us safe. But often we're so far removed from the body that we're living through thinking, through emotional reactivity. But this is much, much deeper than that. And the key is that you need to be in the moment. You need to be present to tune into this. Otherwise, it's getting disregarded. We don't notice it. So tuning into the body, feeling it, noticing what is this? What is the sensation? It says that a bird sitting in a tree is not afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not on the branch, it's not in the branch, but in her ability to fly. So in cultivating this attitudinal foundation of trust, we're getting into relationship with ourselves. We learn to be in the moment with our thoughts and emotions, to create a space for what we need, for the time of learning. And in this way, we know better how to respond to life. So this is no different than trusting someone else. It takes time to get to know them. It takes time to get to know ourselves too. so we can trust in ourselves. So taking in a deep breath and exhaling long. Staying right here in this moment. Developing this relationship with yourself by being present. Learning about the things that get on the way of you trusting yourself. The clinging, the wanting things to be different. And by clinging, I mean what we want, when we're so attached to the outcome. We don't want things to change. We cling to it. So paying close attention when you're responding to strong emotion or when it's a gut feeling. Deep in yourself. And it takes practice to do this. So through mindfulness, we can go deeper into ourselves. Rumi says the prophets accept all agony and trust it, for the water has never feared the fire. And so some things that could get in the way of trust are the sense of perception. How are we perceiving things? What is the meaning we're attaching to things? Maybe the moment you encounter somebody, you already have a perception of who they might be without knowing them. Perception, remembering, is always based in the past. Your gut feeling is always based in the moment. So by paying attention to the thoughts that arise, you can tell whether you're tuning into your gut feeling or not. Gut feeling, there's no thoughts. It's just a sense, the body reacting to the moment in a way to keep you safe. So mindfulness allows us to be present. By turning into our emotion and our thoughts in the moment, we learn when to trust ourselves. When is this based in the past? And then we can differentiate between a strong feeling and an emotion, or your real deep gut feeling. And so as you sit here contemplating the body right now, feeling in deep in this trusting moment, tuning into the body even as I speak to see how it feels. Noticing how the breath flows when you trust. allowing yourself to just rest in this moment. Because in this moment, everything is okay. Everything is all right. There is no sense of preparing for the next moment. If you're not in this one, you're not ready. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for being open to these teachings. I thank you for your practice.